So where do problems show up in case of a contract? This is very important to know beforehand, because when you go to drafting a contract, you've got to know beforehand that, okay, what are the problems that usually arise in respect of contracts? Because that's when you will have the perspective to address a contract from there, to look at it from there and cover situations and have terms that address those situations. So, the first one is that payments are not made on time, or the quality of product or service requested is not done. This could arise due to a gap in the contract in terms of lack of clarity as to what kind of quality is required. Okay, so there is insufficient standard or metric specified in the contract. There may be an incomplete payment mechanism specified, which may lead to such kind of delays. The second is having situations which are not covered by the contract. So there may be situations which are just not contemplated by the contract, and so you realize that the other party is not delivering, is not complying with their responsibility, because they are saying that, hey, we are in this situation and this really releases, we are unable to perform the contract and we can't do anything about it, and the contract may not have any provisions to sort of provide for that. So these two scenarios of payments not being made on time, products and services not being of the right quality, or situations that are not contemplated showing up, these are a question of good drafting. You've got to be creative and imaginative to be able to predict these situations or foresee them and allocate risks accordingly. The third kind of issue is when there is actually a dispute. So someone in the contract doesn't do the job that they were given, and it is very clear whose responsibility it is. In this case, the only thing that needs to be clear is that there needs to be a clear enforcement machinery inside the contract itself. People should not have to go to court, but they should have a clear and quick redressal mechanism which enables them to get the relief they want. So this depends on two things. One, how well and clearly you've drafted the provisions in the contract, and second, on the statutory and court system in that jurisdiction, so that you can actually carry out an enforcement exercise should you be required to do that.